It's heartbreaking to hear the fear, anxiety, and uncertainty playing out as an evidence of the mind transaction over the future of their livelihood. What may be gratifying for them is for the system to appreciate the solution their skill has brought these years, while waiting to apprehend new technologies and acquire accompanying machines fit for purpose. Do you blame them for finding a devotion that has provided solution from generation to generation? Do you blame them if they can't swim across the infested water of inadequacies to the land full of opportunities, courtesy of the new learnings and trainings?
Working with my hand is not a shame of me. I love it. But if I have a support, if I have a way of alternative to work with other equipment, I will do. I love working with the equipment. I've been buying some equipment on my own, but I have to care of my family. I care for my family, my wife as well, and my children. And I want them to be at the level of others. The same market all this government and ministers and governors and everybody went to, the same market all these local men purchase. So how can it be equal? It's only God.
The journey to transit is expensive. For instance, Femi, one of the graduate mechanics, had to sell his Jeep to buy a diagnostic machine at the rate of 1.7 million naira. This machine is capable of scanning and detecting faults for over 50 brands.
So I don't even have a car. Do you get? So that's the kind of drive, that's the kind of passion I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing a brighter future ahead. That yes, if the business comes live for me very well, I know definitely the money I use in buying the scan too, I'm going to get it back.
The pace of change in automobile repairs also raises the question as to whether the old and the new school can cohabit. Of course, their orientation differ in more ways than one.
The two can actually be managed. You see, some of the so-called old school that you think it's gory, it's not really that bad. When you go to some of these old schools, you always see a youngster among them, an educated youngster that when they have something challenging, that they have to go the new school, that's where the youngster comes in. They will tell him, okay, come here. Tell us, what do we do? How do we go about doing this? So it's not really that bad. The vehicles of today are computer on wheels. So you have to find a way to communicate with this car electronically. And that's where the younger generation comes in. When it comes to the old school, like in my shop, I have the two. I have the old school, I have the new school. The old school comes in when it comes to discipline, because they are disciplined. Some of them are willing to learn from the younger ones also. So we marry the two together. We have them here. Sometimes when we have some challenges, or the younger one will say, go and meet Mr. So and so. He will guide you through.
Having trained over 30 accomplished mechanics in the way best known to him, spanning over 3 decades, we get a sense that cohabitation is quite possible at the least and necessary for industry growth.
Some of our boys now, they are thinking of only diagnosing machine. Even it's small one. Once they have it, they thought they have known everything, in which is not so.
So having a diagnostic machine is not enough. You're not a mechanic by just having that.
At all. If you don't have practical, if you don't know how to lose and tight, you are not a mechanic. Because when you lose and you pieces all the, that is why you see some people, they will charge you 40, 80,000, 100,000 naira. But the fear of God is not there. Once they carry their machine, check it, they will check it too, but they will tell you, you will buy some sensors, you will buy some actuators, you will buy brain box, this and that. Then going back, chop your money, to come back to come and couple what they have lost. It will fear them. In which, if you know how to lose, if the pieces lose the engine down, one by one, and you can couple it back. It's a very, very big brain. We thank God, all the boys that has gone that we have we taught them all these things. That's why we are proud of them now, and they are proud of their Oga. But I want to say, anybody that will learn now is supposed not to stop on only diagonizing machine. If you diagonalize and you don't know where you are going, you are not a good mechanic.
Who is willing to help? What does it entail to have a structured growth pattern? And what perhaps are the benefits?
Yeah, my advice is basically I'm sending it down to the youth. I'm trying to put up an empowerment scheme right now with some of my colleagues, alumni colleagues, way back from secondary school. I want to target the SS2, SS3 pupils that are just coming out right now. I found out that some of them, at the end of the day, those ones that didn't make their WAEC results or JAM result, they have to wait a while. And the way this social media thing is driving everybody crazy, and they can't see the good thing to make use of the internet with. You understand? I want to try and sort of do an empowerment program. Tell them my life story. Tell them how I began and the way they can still key into this industry and make a living. Catching them throwing them into that line. If they want to make, yes, with your small mobile phone and maybe with just 15,000, which I know if they calculate the amount of money they use for subscription on their phones, if they can save it, they can have this small scan tool. To scan a car now is about 5,000 naira. Which if they do that for maybe 3 times or 4 times in a week, they are making money and they are still helping their parents. Do you get? And they can start young. If along the line they want to go into that business, they can actually go into the university and still study mechanical engineering to buttress what they've learned.
From my own perspective, from the people I've touched their life, it has changed their life tremendously. Financially, it has. Professionally, it has. Most of them are employers of labor. Once you have passion, the money will follow. Like I said, I started because I have passion for it. And it's the passion that has driven me to where I am today. And when I see you, if you don't have passion, I watch you for some time. If I don't see you, that you only want the glamour, then you're in the wrong business. And for our younger generation, anything you want to do, you must first of all have passion for it. Once you have passion for it, you'll be successful because you look forward going to that job every day.
Nigeria, we have a middle class that don't seem to know that when you empower the base, when you empower your base, you are actually growing your ability to make wealth. I train youngsters like this. Look at most of these youngsters. Some of them are graduates. Many of them are indeed graduates. They will leave this place, go start their own shops in Akwa Ibom, in Makurdi, whatever. But when they want to buy tools, they will call me. When they want to buy spare parts, they will call me. I'm growing my market and my ability to make money because I've empowered them skills-wise. Nigerian elite, we are only about grabbing. What's in it for me? Grabbing. Work in government, steal money. But when you create a base, a sustainable wealth-creating base, you will also, we call it the principle of the rising tide in England. If people around you are prosperous, you are prosperous.
Well, you heard that. The economy of scale in this entire process reveals the importance of proper structuring, policy and regulation for any endeavor to help contribute to sustainable development. Beyond the dichotomy between the two worlds of automobile technician is the need to galvanize a curriculum for every devotion, which must be a deliberate thinking. The sky is vast enough for every legitimate business to thrive. Thank you for being a part of today's program. Join us again next week. Bye for now.